Trump?
Well, most of you probably know some of this, but I had never met Donald Trump until the day he asked me to be Secretary of State. He acts on his instincts. In some respects, that looks like impulsiveness, but it's not his intent to act on impulse. I think he really is trying to act on his instincts. It was challenging for me, coming from the disciplined, highly process-oriented ExxonMobil Corporation, to go to work for a man who is pretty undisciplined, doesn't like to read, doesn't read briefing reports, doesn't like to get into the details of a lot of things, but rather just kind of says, look, this is what I believe.
What a shame. See, while all you guys were standing up for Donald Trump, I told y'all he was a crooked KKK redneck, and he served Satan. And look at here. He was even trying to violate the law. People trying to keep him from violating the law because he want to do what he want to do. And he don't care about nobody's rights. He don't care about nothing. And Rex Tillerson, I thank you very much for coming forth with your information. Rex Tillerson claims that he had to constantly remind Trump not to violate the law. He says this man don't like to read either. So he a dumb box. It says former Secretary of State Rex Tillerson claims he always had to remind President Trump of some of his plans violate the law. So some of Trump's plans violate the law. Okay? But the thing you should look at, Tillerson is 66. You know what I'm saying? Weird numbers. Okay? So he says when the president would say, here's what I want to do and here's how I want to do it. And I have to say to him, well, Mr. President, I understand what you want to do, but you can't do it that way. It violates the law and it violates the treaty, you know. He got really frustrated. Tillerson said, I think he grew tired of me being the guy every day who told him he can't do that. And let's talk about what he can do. So, it's just crazy, you know. Listening to everything that is being said, I told y'all he was a nut box from the beginning. Nobody listens. Nobody.
Discover how you can make a difference in your community and country, serving part-time in the Army National Guard. Visit nationalguard.com/community.
We are back with a Fox News alert. Rex Tillerson out as Secretary of State. President Trump tweeting moments ago, Mike Pompeo, director of the CIA, will become our new Secretary of State. He will do a fantastic job. Thank you, Rex Tillerson, for your service. Gina Haspel will become the new director of the CIA and the first woman chosen. So congratulations to all. John Roberts live at the White House with the very latest. So, John, I guess the big news day. Big first question, though. Rex Tillerson, fired or quit?
He was asked to step aside, I'm told. Yeah, we had barely even got our first cup of coffee down before this happened. You could hear the helicopter, too, behind me landing to take the president to Andrews Air Force Base. He's headed for California today. We'll tour the border. Rex Tillerson was asked by the president on Friday to step aside. The reason why the president wanted to make the change now is because he wanted to have a new team in place for his dealings with North Korea. Also wanted to have a new team in place for all of the trade negotiations that are going to be happening this year. With infrastructure now looking like it's really not going to go anywhere. Trade will be the big focus of this administration for the next 8 to 9 months. And the president wanted to make sure that he had a team in there that he really likes, he really trusts, because there's no secret that while Rex Tillerson had a vote of confidence from the president early on, that seemed to wane substantially. Tillerson always seemed kind of like the odd person out at the State Department. I'm told by people inside the State Department that he really didn't get it when it came to sort of the public face of diplomacy. He was operating more as a CEO, doing a lot of things behind closed doors, getting his own lines of communication going, and that wasn't really jiving with the way that the State Department has traditionally done things. You know, we had Mike Pompeo on Fox News Sunday, and I never, ever thought to ask him the...
All right, guys. I told y'all that this man was gonna fire everybody. Y'all laughed at me. Y'all called me a false prophet. Now who's false? No, y'all false. Y'all false. I told y'all last November that he was gonna fire everybody and everybody was gonna quit. Now look what happened the whole year. People been fired the whole year. People been quitting the whole year. Okay, everything I said is true. Y'all the ones is false. Y'all need to wake up. This man is the devil's son. Okay, and he fooling everybody. Now that Tillerson is out, the lawlessness will prevail. Okay? So you guys better repent and be ready for the persecution that's getting ready to happen. I told you. Y'all thought it was a game. Y'all thought it was a joke. Now y'all gonna see the truth. I pray everybody is doing okay. Shalom.